Hi, welcome to the course. I'm your English writing instructor, Paul Duke. In this course, you will learn how to write a well-developed paragraph. Why is this important, you may ask? Well, in English writing, the paragraph is how you communicate a single main idea. A paragraph can stand on its own as an answer to a short question on a test, such as IELTS or TOEFL. Or it can be combined with other paragraphs to build an essay for high school or college. It can even be used to write an effective email. In other words, if you want to write anything well in English, understanding how a paragraph works is essential. And that's what we'll focus on in this course. Despite the importance of the paragraph, in my many years working with student writers, I've noticed a common problem. Many students, both native English speakers and English language learners, struggle to present their ideas in a logical, well-developed, and unified paragraph. For learners taking IELTS, TOEFL, or other exams, they often don't get the scores they want. Not because their grammar or vocabulary aren't good enough, but because their paragraphs are not developed with enough depth, coherence, or purpose. Often, students will write a paragraph that begins with one idea, states it simply, then jumps to a new idea without ever developing the first one. Then, they introduce yet another idea, and fail to explain it with any depth too. Their ideas seem to go nowhere, or worse, in circles. This kind of writing is simplistic, superficial, confusing, and seems to say, well, not much of anything at all. In other words, their ideas lack development and don't progress. Maybe you've experienced this. You begin writing, but quickly get stuck and don't know what to say about a topic. So instead of developing your idea, you simply repeat it in different words. But in writing, this is a serious problem. If you've ever taken an English test like IELTS or TOEFL, you know how challenging it can be to get a high score. Unfortunately, I've also noticed that many students focus their preparation only on improving their grammar and vocabulary, thinking perhaps that using a few special words will get them a high score. But grammar and vocabulary are only half the score. Look at this IELTS rubric, used by test graders to evaluate writing scores. Here, they grade your grammar and vocabulary. But over here, they grade your task completion and your coherence and cohesion, which together form the idea development. To get a good overall score then, you not only need to do well in grammar and vocabulary, you must also present a fully developed paragraph that explains a single idea with depth, coherence, and cohesion. Now, the concepts and techniques in this course are not only applicable in test writing. These concepts and techniques are scalable. You can use them for a simple short answer writing assignment or expand them across a multi-page essay. So whether you're taking an IELTS test, writing a high school or college essay, or answering a short paragraph question, this course will help you super improve your English writing. Next, let me explain how this course will proceed. The course is structured as a series of lessons. Each one consists of a series of video lectures. In these, you will see me speaking, as well as PowerPoint slides, graphics, and the occasional animation. These lessons are not live, so you can view them whenever you want, and as many times as you want. However, the course is sequential, with each lesson building on the previous one. So, you must complete each lesson before the next one becomes available to you. In this course, you will learn about the following: purpose, rhetorical modes, audience, register, the topic sentence, of course, the paragraph, introductions, conclusions, and also about revising and editing your writing. In the first 4 lessons, we will cover the general concepts about paragraph writing as a form of rhetoric or communication. The rest of the lessons focus on the specific structures, concepts, and techniques that produce great paragraphs. These will give you the ability to apply the concepts we cover. By the end of these lessons, you will have both the theoretical and practical tools you need to write great paragraphs. Each lesson will also include documents that you can download and follow along with while watching the lessons. These include charts, references, and even sample essays. Now, I recommend that you download and print these documents before you watch the videos. That way, you can make notes as you think of ideas or questions and do the exercises along with the videos. Along the way, in order to illustrate these concepts, we will take a single idea and develop it together. This way, by the end of the course, together we will have developed a full paragraph. This will be our working example. To be clear, this course will not teach you grammar and vocabulary. This course will also not explain a specific type of essay, such as the process or argument essay. We'll do that in separate courses. Also, this course will not teach you special test preparation tips. If you're planning to take the IELTS, TOEFL, CELPIP, or TOEIC exam, this course will not teach you tips and techniques to prepare for the test. For example, how long the exam is or how many questions will be on it. However, this course will teach you techniques and concepts that will help you improve your overall paragraph writing. And if you do this, your exam score will naturally improve. Before we get started on the first lesson, I'd like to mention a few more things. First, this course is best for learners ranging from intermediate level of English all the way up to native speakers. If you are taking this course, I have to assume that your English proficiency is at a level where you can understand my speaking and the text examples you will see. If your English skills are at a beginner level and you do not understand what I'm saying right now, I suggest you contact me to arrange a refund, because you might not be able to follow the lessons and benefit from them. Secondly, for the most part, this course is focused on academic or nonfiction paragraph and essay writing. This is called expository writing. We will not cover other forms of writing such as fiction or poetry. If you want to learn how to write a novel, for instance, this may not be the right course for you. Perhaps we'll cover that in a later course. So, are you ready to transform your paragraph writing skills and power up your test scores? If you are, let's get to work.